Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of the Speaker Series Spotlight. We are your hosts, Brad the Brick Crihfield.
And I'm Ruben, Austria.
And we have a special guest for you guys today, Mercedes from Marketink XL. She brought her own backdrop and her front drop, I guess that would be called, right? Mercedes, let our viewers know a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Mercedes Sepko, and I'm the co-owner of Marketink XL. And Marketink XL is a print production company here we're located in Signal Hill, but we've been serving the Long Beach, Lakewood, and Signal Hill area for the past 25 years. And what we do is production of large graphics and marketing print materials. But it's not just printing. We don't focus so much on printing. There's tons of printing companies out there. I think what makes us a little bit different is that we are about reliability and about the customer experience. So we really try to make it a good experience for the client and something that they can rely on for all their events and all their print marketing. And that's what we are.
Apparently you're doing something right. 25 years in the business.
25 years,
Wow.
yes. Yes, through big recession, lots of printing companies going down, a lot of social media, email marketing.
Yeah.
So printing got pretty
Now
good.
you specialize in commercial print. Obviously there are a lot of companies that do work with smaller companies, but tell us the differentiating factors.
Yes, we specialize on business to business or commercial print, but because we specialize on that relationship. You can, if you're a consumer and you need printing for business cards or wedding invites or all that stuff, you can get pretty cheap and pretty fast online. But if you are a small business or a medium to large size business, and you have a marketing department and you have events that you put together, and all of a sudden they throw something at you and you have 2 days to put an event together and you need graphics, what you
Right.
want, but you don't know how to do it or how to make it happen that fast, that's when we come into play. We become a reliable partner that you can just rely completely on us. We know exactly what to do. We are really good at deadlines, and that's what we focus on. And that way you can focus on the other million things you have to do for your event to be successful and take that worry off your plate.
That's great because you obviously, I don't know, Brett, I'm sure you know about a ton of internet-based marketing printing places.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That you don't even know them. You order it, you get it, and it may be good, but obviously, just like the situation that you mentioned, that they wouldn't be able to help that business owner.
I think that's where going business to business and working on that relationship really comes into play, because when you're competing on price, all you're doing is devaluing the quality of service, right? So you maintain the quality of service by putting your emphasis on that relationship and being able to handle those situations where they really need you.
Right. It's basically the dependability, because I think that's what in our case, that's what the clients are really buying. They're buying the peace of mind of knowing that we know how to do what they need, because many times they don't. See, and I see this is very common with small businesses. Over the years, we also help them. We do a lot of consulting for them, like free marketing consulting, because think about it. If you're a shoemaker, you got into the business of making shoes because you love making shoes. That's your passion, or it should be, right? But you don't know about finances, you don't know about marketing, you don't know how to do those things.
Right.
And you rely on other experts to help you put that together so you can focus on what you do best, which is making shoes. Having a support group like a local chamber of commerce, where you know that you can get the resources that you need, or refer each other for those things that you need, I think that's crucial for the success.
So you mentioned that you're not just a printing company. So for our other members that are watching, and what is it that you offer, and who could use your services?
So most of our clients, our target clients, are very busy business professionals or business owners that have a million responsibilities, and a lot of the things and they really have really tight deadlines that they need to meet for their event or whatever project that they have to do. And what happens is that sometimes I'm not going to say they panic, but it is very stressful when you have all these things to make happen in such a short period of time.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what we do. What we do is we focus on getting in the long-term relationship, so we know you, we get to know what type of business you're in. We have clients that are procrastinators by nature. Their
Right.
business is that. And then we also have other clients that have more time to plan and they focus more on quality. Some other clients focus on time. And so we get to know you, get to know what it is that you need, what it is that it hurts, and what it is that you stress about. And then we come into place and tackle those things to take them off your plate and focus on make sure that all your graphics and all your print materials are done on time for your event and looking awesome.
Right.
So-
And you probably get a good idea of the company's preference, right? Your client's preference, how they like things,
Right.
the types of displays they like, the type of materials they like. Because
Correct.
people, I mean, I'm very OCD and very particular. So I know when I work with different companies, it's almost like you have to retrain them to like, no, I'm like a very symmetrical person. This is our color scheme here. Here are the colors we use. And so building that long-term relationship, I mean, there's a lot of benefits that come with that.
Exactly. You get to know their corporate. Well, and sometimes you actually get to help them build that corporate
Right.
ID, because some businesses don't even know that. Like I say, they know
Yeah.
what they do, they know what, but they don't have that cohesive branding that is so important nowadays. I mean, brand recognition is everything.
So how much of your time goes into helping smaller business develop their branding identification, their marketing strategy in general?
It depends on the client. Like the bigger clients usually have
they
a
have
marketing department
yeah.
that is already, it's pretty much established. So we just help them maintain that cohesiveness. But the smaller clients, sometimes it happens over coffee. Sometimes
Right.
it happens sometimes I'm the one asking the questions about, tell me who you are or who you want to be. What it is your focus, and then you learn about, there is colors associated to it. There is fonts that work well with their image. And then you start building that stuff for them. And once you create that, it's a matter of creating, a cohesive campaign and all the materials to start matching with that brand.
So I know you said the business has been around for 25 years, but what's your background? What did you get in through? You were a designer or a graphic designer, and or an artist or a photographer, and then because I know a lot of things like go into marketing. But
Right.
where did you start?
Well, it's actually very interesting, and this kind of tells you how you don't know what's going to happen in life.
For sure.
I'm from Spain. I'm from Madrid, and I am an actor at heart. I graduated from theater arts in Madrid. And I wasn't working in that because it's really difficult. I mean, you get a job here and there, but I was in business working to make money, and then moved to the United States 25 years ago, trying to go to school and learn English with the idea of going back there. But I really liked the vibe here. I kept going to school. I kept working. It was really welcoming for businesses and for growth and for personal growth. I saw there was a lot of opportunity, and then I married into the business. My husband is the co-owner of Marketink, and he was a graphic designer, and he was doing print brokering. And when we both merged together, I went to UCLA to study marketing and sales, and that's the marketing part. And then he was all about graphic design and production. So when
Cool.
we married all of it
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
including
It
us,
all works.
then we created a company that was able to offer marketing services and consulting, but at the same time print production. And we were doing offset printing for many years
Yeah.
until the market changed, and then we kind of adjusted, and then large graphics became more prominent because that's what everybody was really
And
demanding.
that's where you really separate from the smaller companies to being a more established company, right? Because the cost of entry into that market is a lot higher because those machines are not cheap.
They're
That's
not.
where when you're competing with price on somebody, if somebody comes in, they say they want a poster board, and then they're just so surprised that it costs this much. It's it's not the poster board that is your investment. Like, you have a lot of overhead, and getting those machines, those are very expensive machines.
Yes.
And I'm sure you have really high quality ones as well.
Yes, and that was the other thing that we wanted. And there is a room for everybody and a market for everybody. There is a market for those big, Chinese and overseas printers, and also the online printers where you can just
The
get your
Vista
stuff.
prints are like, give
The Vista
give
prints.
me a nickel and I'll send you 1,000 cards.
It's like $9 for 500 cards. I cannot do that.
Right,
I cannot do that.
Right.
But I don't want to do that either.
Exactly.
I am not in that market. I am in the market of or my business is saving the day. I also, when we were talking earlier about superheroes, sometimes we do feel, and it's a great feeling, to feel that you saved the day for a client that had an event in 2 days and was desperate because he didn't know how he was going to make all this happen.
Right.
And then you look at the graphics, and I actually go to the events and take pictures, and everything looks fantastic, and you can see, and the clients are happy and relieved, and that's the business that I'm in.
Yeah.
You guys are problem solvers.
In the long run.
And on top of that, I mean, I like the way you started the interview. I mean, one of the first things that came out of your mouth was, you're building relationships. And honestly,
Yes.
in any business, I think that's key. I mean, if it's not priority number one, it's 1A or 1B. It really, and for the fact that you're obviously with the chamber and part of the business community here, we really value that, and we're glad to have you. For sure.
Thank you. No,
And it goes back to what you were saying too. I mean, sometimes you're very active in what we do and in the chamber, but hopefully people seeing and hearing from you what it is you do will open up those lines of communication and bring more business and keep it local. Because I know at those networking events, sometimes you get so wrapped up in small talk, it's hard to get to like, okay, what is it that you do? How can I help you? How can you help me? So sometimes this helps fill that void. So next time we're at a speaker series event like the one tomorrow night, or any of the speaker series, we've already covered that. Now they can just come right up to you and say, hey, I've been looking for a printer, this is what my company needs, when can we sit down? And like that's really the value in what we do at the chamber.
Yes,
Sure.
and it wouldn't work if people don't go to the event. So I am really a great advocate of just be consistent, keep going every time, because that's how you build the relationships.
Yes.
You go one time, it's gonna be nice, but it's really going continuously so people get to know you as a person, because we sometimes forget. In the end, people don't do business with Marketink, the name. They do business with you, with Mercedes, and that relationship and that trust that you establish, and that can only build up if you get to know the people and they get to know you by going to the events in a regular basis and being active. So I really encourage all the members to participate and come.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for
welcome.
Couldn't have done it any better than you just did.
Yeah.
Right?
So why don't you give us some outlets where people can find you, see some of your work, and contact you if they need your services. Website?
Absolutely, yes. So we are the website is Marketink with a K group.com. So marketinkgroup.com, and there we're also on Facebook and on Instagram as well. But if you can go to the website and see some of the samples of our work, and all our phone number is there. It's a local number, 562-283-1022. And they can contact us that way, and that's another thing. We don't have an automated phone system ever. You call and somebody picks up the phone and talks to you, because I think that's part of it. It's like an old-fashioned way, but that's the way we like it, and that's the way we want to keep it way. And I really want to thank you guys. This is fun.
I hope you had fun. Yeah.
Yes, but speaking of funs, now that it is so hot today, 105 degrees, I brought my little fan, and I brought one for you too.
Oh, I was wondering what those are for.
There you go, so you can
Thank you.
practice.
Look at that.
I'm not giving them back to you.
I don't think I've ever.
I'm bringing them back, but you need to learn how to use
I
it,
don't know
Brad.
how to use it.
Yeah, put your finger right there. That way you can know how to use a Spanish fan.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Like that?
I need some
There you go.
practice.
So you can show your wives and what you learned from a Spaniard today.
Very nice.
You gave me a. This one doesn't work.
No, what? Here, I trade you.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, how are you doing this?
Just there you go. You put your
Oh, do you do it like that?
put your finger right there and let it go.
I'm holding it
You
backwards.
stick to the barbells.
Yes.
There.
I think
This
Brad
feels
do
really
the
good.
gym, and I'll do the printing and the fan lessons.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, and if you want to meet Mercedes, speaker series is tomorrow at Lakewood Country Club, starting at 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Please come and network.
Oh, is it a left-handed one?
And
Yeah.
meet some members. Like
We'll be
Mercedes.
there.
It's left-handed.
With the fan lessons
fans.
tomorrow. I'll bring the fans.
With the fans.
And we will link all of Mercedes' information in the video down below. And anything else, Ruben?
No, that's it. I think we had a great time. Thank you for
Mercedes,
being
thank
here.
you so much.
Thank you
We
very
really
much,
appreciate,
guys.
I'm
you
looking
being
forward
part
to
of
the
show.
Pleasure.
looking forward to the fan left. Oh, I think I did it.
You almost got it there.
I think
There
I'm
you
going
go.
it back. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Speaker Series Spotlight. We'll see you tomorrow night at the Country Club for the Speaker Series live event. And we'll see you next week here, same time, same place.
Absolutely. Make it a great day.